What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Anthony again, dropping another one on you. So we're gonna cover two or three things real quick. One, I did get done with my voluntary revoke, so I'm currently, out of the owner-operator business, which I'm fine with. The economy has to recover a lot, and a lot of these insignificant drivers need to get out of the business, the ones that don't understand cost operations. So, given that I am out of business now, I got a letter from the FMSCA saying that I am no longer a new entrant, which is with the safety audit deal. You go through your safety audit when you first start your authority. They I think it's like a year. They contact you within a year. With me, it was like within 4 months, and after about 9 months in business, I passed the safety audit. But I just got a letter from the FMSCA saying that I am no longer considered a new entrant, but they will keep an eye on my safety score, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. It means everything went well. Ironically, I'm not in business, so whenever I start back up, I'm going to be considered a new authority, and it just comes with it. I don't mind. I mean, I've learned the ropes now. It's easy to manage. You know who to deal with and who won't deal with you. You got options. So, on top of that, KeepTruckin, now known as Motive, a great company. The hardware and software did me great justice. I relied on their ELD. I relied on their GPS camera. The front-facing camera, I relied on that. And it worked wonderful. I mean, it worked great. So, when you get in a contract with KeepTruckin, my first year with them, I signed a 1-year contract. And when the contract was up, they didn't call me. I didn't call them. I just kept paying what I was usually paying, thinking, everything was okay. And then I voluntarily revoked my authority, and now I'm realizing I'm still paying for them. I got to get that taken care of. So I called them, and somehow I ended up in a 4-year contract. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not in business regardless, so I need to get out this contract. I'm not paying for it. I can't afford to. Well, what they'll do is try to talk you down to a cheaper price, but continue to pay for it, showing you no other option out of the contract. Now, when you voluntarily revoke your authority, you get a letter from the FMSCA saying that they acknowledge that you're voluntarily revoking. It's authorized, so basically they're okay with you going out of business. So whenever you do that, you get that letter. You tell them you got this letter, because they will not mention it to you. They will not mention any way of you getting out of the contract. Like I said, I love the equipment and the software. The people, I learned a lot about them whenever it was time to do this. So I felt like I was being forced to stay in the contract. Well, I never signed a 4-year contract. But regardless, give them that paper, email it to them, then they will approve. They have to send a letter to whoever in their support team, and after about a week or two, they will grant the contract to be null and void. So if you're trying to get out of that contract, now I don't know if you're trying to go to another ELD, I don't know if that'll work. Because when I tell you, it felt like I was on the phone with the CIA telling me that the way I can and can't do things, it was so fucking hostile on that phone, but I kept my cool. I mean, I come from the gutter, man. You're not finna have me just throwing away money if I don't need to, So I wasn't taking no for an answer, basically. So instead of just fighting with them over and over trying to get out the contract because they're not going to give you a way out, tell them you have your revoked authority letter. Tell them you want to send that to somebody and you want out of the contract. There's no point in you paying for something that you won't be using. And I mean, honor it. Now, in my case, I was doing business with them for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. So I don't know what your cost would be for the equipment. I just know whenever I first signed up, I was told that the equipment is paid for, with my year subscription or whatever it was. How the 4 year contract came about, I don't know. I never signed another contract from them. I wouldn't have signed a 4 year contract my first year in business because I didn't even know if I was going to make it or if it was even going to get off the ground, because I was new to the whole business. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. So that's it. If you're trying to get out of that contract, that's the way you get out of it if you're revoking your authority. Now, for everybody else, you're going to have to research. But from the way they were fighting me on that phone, you're not going to get out that contract. So, know what you're getting into before you get into it. Life happens. Hey, sometimes, things don't go as planned and you can't honor the commitment. Should somebody terrorize you into keeping that commitment? I don't believe so. That's not right. Truckers, be safe out there. It feels good to drop another video. I'm still waiting to go back to work for the other company. Whenever I do, I will upload more material. You'll get to see what I was doing before I got into this and how hard of a worker I am. But y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe out there. Drive as if your family is on side of you because you never know. They may be.